Now I tell a story. The name of the story is The Sheep of the Desert. It is a story of class 3 students. Students, listen the story carefully. The sheep of the desert. So we know camel is the sheep of our desert, and now the story tells that lion roaring, "Who are you?" Lion roaring and said, "Who are you?" Camel said, looking down at the lion, "I am the sheep of the desert. Who are you?" So lion said to camel that, "Who are you?" And camel, looking at the lion, said that, "I am the sheep of the desert," and tell lion that, "Who are you?" The lion tell, "Don't you know me? I am the king of the forest." Camel said, "Are you? Oh, I see." Then lion frowning, lion become frowned. Lion become angry, and lion said, "You call yourself the sheep of the desert. How can you be a sheep? You are an animal." So lion tell this is to camel that, "You tell yourself that you are the sheep of the desert, but how can you be? You are an animal." Then camel smile and said, "So I am, but people call me the sheep of the desert." Then lion said, then camel said that, "So I am the animal, but people used to call me that I am the sheep of the desert. I can walk across the desert even on a hot afternoon. So people call me sheep of the desert. The sand burns, but it doesn't bother me." Camel said this, that, "As I walk across the desert even on a hot afternoon, and those sand on of the desert bother me does not bother me, so I am the sheep of desert. People used to tell me." The lion said, "I can't believe it, camel. Camel, can you walk across a desert?" Lion become blinking. Lion said, "No, I can't. But I can run in the forest." Then camel said to lion that, "You don't believe it that I am the sheep of the desert, but can you walk across the desert?" The lion said, "No, I can't, but I can run in the forest." Camel said with disdain, "Every animal can do that. I alone can run on sand." Then camel said that, "So no animal can run on the sand. So all animal can run on the forest, but I am the only one who alone can run on sand. I can run on sand at 25 kilometers per hour." So lion said wonderingly, "How can you do that?" Camel said, "Look at my feet. They are thick and padded. The hot sun does not even burn my feet because my feet are thick and padded." The lion said, "My feet are padded too. Thorns don't prick them, and I can run 80 kilometers an hour." So lion said that I can so lion said that his feet are also padded, and thorns don't prick his feet, but he can run 80 kilometers an hour. But camel said that he can run 25 kilometers an hour. So camel said, that is true. You can run 80 kilometers an hour in the forest, but can you run even a mile on the hot sand? Then camel said that, yes, I know that you can run 80 kilometers per hour on the forest, but you can you able to run on this hot sand? Lion said, maybe not, but camel then become interrupted, and he said, and you can't live without water for a week, can you? Then camel make him interrupted, make lion interrupted, and said that you can whether you live without water for a week, but I can. The lion said, no, I can't need water every day, but don't tell me you can do without water. But lion said that, I also can not need water every day, but don't tell me that you can walk without water. Then camel said, yes, I can. Then camel said, yes, I can walk, or I can remain in 1 week or more than 1 week without water. Or because I used to keep water on my hump, so I can remain without water for 1 week or more than 1 week. But lion, you can't. You need water every day or one after another day. Then camel said, yes, I can. There are no rivers or lakes in a desert, but that does not bother me. I can drink 200 bottles of water at a time. So camel said that I can live without water because I can drink 200 bottles of water at a time. So so I did not need water every day, and there are as there is no rivers or lakes in the desert. Then lion said, really, you must have a big stomach. Then camel said that, yes, as I used to drink 200 bottles of water at a time, so I have a big stomach. I used to keep those water on my hump. Then camel proudly said, yes, I have a big stomach. I can store water for a week. I can store food also for 2 weeks even. Camel said, showing a lot of interest, that, do you store food in your stomach? Camel said, no, I don't. I store it in my hump. I eat a lot of food at one time, then I don't need to eat for a fortnight. The lion said that, I used to keep my food on my big stomach, and I used to store them for 2 weeks even. And the lion also asked camel that, do you store food, so stomach? Camel said, no, I don't store, but I store all those things, water and food, in my hump. I eat a lot of food at one time, and I remain not even not to eat for a fortnight. Lion said, that is interesting, but what do you eat? Camel said, I eat leaves, but there are no trees in a desert. Lion said, what do you eat there? Camel said, there are thorny bushes in the desert. I used to eat those thorns. The thorns don't prick my thick tongue. Lion said, how funny, Camel. Camel, Mr. King of the forest, please come with me. Then Camel said to Lion that, Mr. King of the forest, please come with me to the desert. Lion said, no, I had better not. I can't walk on burning sand, I can't store food and water, and I can't eat thorns. Goodbye, camel, and good luck, Mr. Sheep of the desert. So this is the story written by S.K. Ram. I think students you enjoyed this story very much because it is a story of a lion and a camel, and I think students you enjoy by reading this story. So read this story carefully in your home. Now at the bottom of this page there is some new words like sheep of the desert, miles, king of the forest, sand, thorns. So you should read these new words in your home. The meanings of these words, the meanings of these, the meanings of these the meanings of these new words, and also you should make sentence with these words. Then at the next page there is some questions that why is camel called sleep of the desert, for how many weeks camel store food in its hump, what does camel eat in the desert. These are the questions. You can get answer of these questions from inside the story. Then there is some choose the right answer. You also these questions and choosing the right answer, all these things are very important. Hmm, important for your exam. Do these question answers from the page 104 and also the page 105. If word building, the that page you also do in your home. It is very important for your exam.